too, but who's leading the way? Yeah. He's got a passion for all things nerdy. Dungeons and Dragons, his world's not blurry. From comics to movies, he's got it all. He's an outpost nerd living in a geeky world with his lightsaber shining. He's a Star Wars swerver through galaxies and adventures. He'll take you there, take you there. He's an outpost nerd, no one can compare. Nerd power. Yeah, he's the king of nerds, catching that flare.
Welcome, my nerd geeks and dweebs, to another transmission from the Outpost Nerd. I am the nerd of the Outpost, and today is a sad day if you're a fan of action movies and TV movies, or just a fan of pop culture in general. Chuck Norris, Walker Texas Ranger himself, the man who landed a hit on the great Bruce Lee himself, passes away at 86. Chuck Norris was star of amazing movies like Lone Wolf McQuade, Missing in Action, Delta Force, The Hitman, personal favorite of mine, Sidekicks. He did cameos all the time, like his cameo in Dodgeball, The Expendables. He also was a staple in action TV shows of the 90s in Walker, Texas Ranger. He did TV movies Logan's War. He guest starred in other great kung fu martial arts TV shows like Martial Law. He was in movies President's Man. He did cameo again with in the Goldbergs, and did an episode in 2020 of Hawaii 5-0. He also sang the Walker Texas Ranger theme song. The Hollywood Reporter reports Chuck Norris, walloping star of Walker Texas Ranger, dies at 86. The martial arts master also was a big screen action hero, like I said, in Lone Wolf McQuade, Missing in Action, and Delta Force, and many more. Chuck Norris, the martial arts champion and karate school teacher who jumped fist and feet first into stardom in 1980s action movies like Missing in Action and the CBS long-running Walker Texas Ranger, has died at 86. Norris died suddenly Thursday in Hawaii after being hospitalized, his family announced in a statement. Yeah, there was a report earlier this week that while he was working in Hawaii, he was hospitalized, and then this news broke this morning that he had passed yesterday. He lived his life with faith, purpose, and an unwavering commitment to the people he loved. Through his work, discipline, and kindness, he inspired millions around the world and left an lasting impact on so many lives, they said. While our hearts are broken, we are deeply grateful for the life he lived and for the unforgettable moments we were blessed to share with him. The love and support he received from fans around the world meant so much to him, and our family is truly thankful for it. To him, you were not just fans, you were his friends. They noted that they would like to keep the circumstances private. Please know that he was surrounded by his family and was at peace. So they're not going to announce the cause, it seems, which is understandable. That could be a personal, hard thing to deal with. Unlike other actors who boasted of their fighting prowess, Norris was the real deal, a holder in black belts in such disciplines as karate, tang soo do, taekwondo, and a guy who trained with Bruce Lee and battled him in one of the greatest fight scenes ever, in my opinion, in The Way of the Dragon in 1972. On screen, he often portrayed loners, and like one of his heroes, John Wayne, he would only resort to violence when there was no other choice. Encouraged by Steve McQueen to become an actor, he'd given the Bullet Star private karate lessons for several years. Norris had his breakthrough with his Shrigo Leone-inspired Lone Wolf McQuade, playing a Texas Ranger who faces off against an arms merchant slash martial arts master, the great David Carradine. Rest in peace to him as well. It's a sad day, but it's a day I think we can go and look back at someone who loved people, who loved God, who loved his art. He seemed to love acting. He loved the martial arts. I remember seeing interviews with him, and he was like a nerd sharing his passion, like I do here. And no one, hardly anyone, has had an impact on pop culture like like Chuck Norris did. Like all these Chuck Norris jokes, like if Chuck Norris were to travel to an alternate dimension in which there was another Chuck Norris and they both fought, they both would win. Another one. The dinosaurs looked at Chuck Norris the wrong way once. You know what happened to them. Chuck Norris once roundhouse kicked someone so hard that his foot broke the speed of light. Since 1940, the year Chuck Norris was born, roundhouse kick related deaths has increased 13,000%. Chuck Norris does not own a stove or a microwave because revenge is the best dish best served cold. There's no chin on behind Chuck Norris's beard. There is only another fist. And here's another one, and I'll move on. Chuck Norris had the idea to sell his pee as a canned beverage. It's now called Red Bull. I grew up watching Walker, Texas Ranger. My parents would have it on, and it showed how one man could change things. He was a hero. He was a leader. Walker was a leader, and I don't think anyone could portray that kind of character the way he did. He was strong, but he loved the people around him. He loved those who loved him. And Chuck Norris, from the interviews I've seen, his faith, he showed that kind of love to his family, his friends, and even his fans. I think he was a cornerstone and will always be a cornerstone of action movies, of martial arts movies. He showed us what discipline could be. And it's good. It's a sad day now that we live in a world without Chuck Norris. But we can all look back and be grateful for the years we had being entertained by such a great man. His art will live on. He will be immortal through his art, through his movies, through his love that he has shown for everyone around him. So go watch a Chuck Norris movie. Go watch an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger. Go celebrate the man who was so influential to so many for so many generations. And love those around you. And like I always say, find your passion. Like he influenced so many people. He actually influenced me. I once played a Pokemon tabletop RPG where I was a martial arts Pokemon trainer. I used fighting type Pokemon. My character was named Chuck, and I had a Tyrogue named Norris. So my character was named Chuck, and his Pokemon was named Norris. My character's mother was a trainer named Jackie, and she had a Hitmonchan. My character's father was named Bruce, and he had a Hitmonlee. I told my game master that. He looked at me, he's like, really? So that's how much he impacted me. His movie Sidekick showed me that with the right support, someone who could overcome their not just physical limitation, but also their mental limitations. Jonathan Brandis starred in it. Bo Bridges co-starred in it. The great Mako played Jonathan Brandis' teacher, but he was a dream. Jonathan Brandis played Barry, who was a dreamer who couldn't do a lot of the things he wanted because he had asthma. But he was a huge Chuck Norris fan. He would daydream that he was this Chuck Norris's sidekick in all his movies. So, in order to overcome the issues that Barry faced, his teacher, Mrs. Chan, played by Julia Nicholson, connected him with her uncle, Mr. Lee, played by Mako. Mako did Aku in Samurai Jack. He was the first voice of Uncle Iroh before he sadly passed away. Amazing actor. He trains him, and he's able to train him enough that he could join a martial arts tournament. But you need a 4-man team. Chuck Norris is the guest of honor at this tournament, and Mrs. Chen tells Chuck Berry's story, and Chuck Norris becomes the 4th member of the team, and Barry gets to fight alongside his hero. And that showed me that even though I had physical limitations and mental mental problems, with the right support system, you could overcome all those issues and succeed in a way you never thought possible. And Chuck Norris's work showed me that. So, like I said, go celebrate his life. Go watch a movie, Chuck Norris movie. Go watch Walker, Texas Ranger. And like I always say, thank you, love you all. I'm Nerd of the Outpost, and I'm gone.
Lost in space, I found my beliefs. In this house of silent tonight rain. Binary code run through my veins. With every beat and beep, I feel no pain. Signing off, it's time to go. Goodbye, my nerdy friends, see you later. I know through the stars we've shared this ride, but now it's time to say goodbye, farewell with pride.